It happens in a moment of stillness. Maybe you're washing dishes, or staring out of a train window, or lying awake at 2 a.m. You realize that you've finally arrived at the future you once dreamed of. You have the degree, the job, the independence, but there is a hollow ache in your chest that no one told you about. When we were kids, adulthood was sold to us as a destination of freedom. We thought it meant staying up late and making our own choices. Nobody warned us that the hardest part of being an adult isn't the bills or the taxes. It's the profound, heavy silence of realizing that no one is coming to save you. Today, we're going to talk about the invisible grief of adulthood. Part where you have to learn how to be your own parent, your own protector and your own light, even when you feel like you're still just a lost child inside. Phase 1. The death of the safety net. Psychologically, we spend our first 20 years looking up for answers. We look at parents, teachers, and elders. There was always a safety net. If you fell, someone picked you up. But in adulthood, that vertical relationship disappears. Suddenly, the world is horizontal. You look around, and everyone else is just as scared and confused as you are. This is what psychologists call existential loneliness. It's not that you don't have friends or family. It's the realization that your internal world is yours alone to manage. Nobody warned us about the decision fatigue, the weight of knowing that every choice you make, from your career to your mental health, rests entirely on your shoulders. We were unprepared for the grief of the unlived life. The realization that by choosing one path, you are effectively killing 1,000 other versions of yourself. Phase 2. The mask of I'm fine, the survival mode. So, what do? We perform. We become high-functioning versions of ourselves. We learn to navigate corporate emails, social gatherings, and family expectations with a mask that says, I have it all figured out. But nobody warned us how exhausting it is to perform okayness. You grew up as a gifted child, or the responsible one. This part of adulthood is even harder. You feel like a fraud. You're re-waiting for someone to find out that you don't actually know what you're redoing. This is where the burnout happens. Not just physical burnout, but emotional burnout. You spend so much energy managing other people's perceptions of you that you lose touch with what you actually feel. You become a stranger to yourself. You are successful on paper, but a ghost in your own life. Phase 3. The healing, reparenting the self. So, how do we survive this part of adulthood that no one warned us about? The answer is both simple and incredibly painful. You have to go back. You have to find that version of you that is still waiting for permission to cry, to fail, or to rest. Healing in adulthood isn't about achieving more. It's about reparenting. It means when you make a mistake, instead of the harsh internal critic, you use the voice of a kind protector. You tell yourself, it's okay. We are learning. You are safe now. Nobody warned us that adulthood is actually a series of funerals for the people we thought we'd become. And that's okay, because until you bury the perfect version of yourself, you can't meet the real you. The conclusion? The new definition of strength? If you feel overwhelmed by the weight of being an adult, know this. You are not failing. You are just experiencing the part of the journey they edited out of the movies. Real maturity isn't about being tough or strong. Real maturity is the ability to be soft in a world that demands you be hard. It's the courage to say, I don't have the answers, but I am still worthy of love. You don't have to have it all figured out by tomorrow. You don't have to be the hero every single day. Sometimes, the most adult thing you can do is let yourself be small, let yourself be held, and finally, let yourself rest. The childhood you lost is gone, but the future you're building, you get to write that with kindness this time. Text on screen, you are doing better than you think.